Marco be in the middle.
No, you said it. No.
You're the big deal.
No.
You're the star here.
Marco's supposed to be the coach.
Welcome to the
I'm not
Esther Show.
important.
Oh my god. It's kind of cold now.
It was obviously a hard-fought win. I thought in the first half we struggled a little bit with our defensive shape in some moments, and when we were in our zone, in a 5-3-2 zone, I thought our outside midfielders were a bit too narrow at times, and we couldn't close down their fullbacks on the switches. We fixed that in the second half, and I thought it was a lot better. They're obviously very, very dangerous on set pieces. We knew that coming in. They scored 3 times against Halifax in the last game. So that was always going to be a challenge, and they got one in late, but we're able to hold on and enjoy this win. That was a long time coming. Well, just like we didn't overreact after our 2 losses, we're not going to overreact after this win. It's going to be business as usual. We're going to enjoy it tonight, and then tomorrow we're getting ready for the next one. It's a long process. We know that, and just as important as results are for us in short term, and developing players and making sure that players are growing and that we look better weekly is also just as important. So yes, it feels good, but it's just one game and we move on.
The pressure on the final leg of Calgary did make you doubt about winning this game, or how did it change your mentality towards that one?
Well, the momentum, right? I mean, they scored. It was about 5 minutes left plus stoppage time, so it was always going to be difficult because they're hitting everything in the box, and like I said, they're dangerous on set pieces. But I thought we did pretty well in those moments to hold on for the win.
Thank you. It was more about my coach. Marco, the first one I had, I was kind of like a little slow in dribbling up, and then he told me second one, he was like, "You got to go," and I don't know. I got this ball and then dribbled and then wound up and shot. But
it was me, eh?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I give you credit. For
I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll take.
Yeah. Yeah, it was because of him. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, we haven't won a game, and it was like refreshing and being 2-0 up, and like we needed it. And it was. He also told us to keep going and keep fighting. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to like show the Toronto flag, the AFC Toronto. Yeah, it means a lot because, like, even with the rain, they came out and support. They didn't have to, like, it was freezing, it was cold, and it was like a little motivating for us when we saw them and they were cheering us on. So that helped a lot. Was
First of all, congratulations on your first win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you guys have talked about the camaraderie in the group and the rest of it. So, to make it into Esther, have you guys had a friendly chat with Victoria about that? What's happening with that?
She'll get the next one.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
And outside of that as well, I know obviously you guys did have to dig in deep to make sure you guys saw out the match. I guess it's more for yourself, coach. In regards to that, do you have any other things you'll be looking at to make sure you guys close out matches? A little bit less stress for the fans.
and for us, for the coaching staff as well. Yeah, I mean, we're going to work on that, definitely. We didn't have leads like this in the first 2 games, so this is something new for us, obviously. There was one moment where we had a free kick out wide, I think it was 87th minute, and we weren't quite sure what to do with it. We committed some players forward and then ended up playing short and losing the ball. So those types of moments we gotta clean up. But like momentum is a funny thing, right? It's a team scores and they become even more alive. So you just have to hold on in those moments.
That's maybe just speaking on sort of the offense today, finally coming and clicking together. Obviously, we had one goal last week against Ottawa, but what did it feel like as players to finally see not just one but two goals?
I think it's just a testament to how hard we worked in the preseason. Like I've said in other press conferences, like we're still working on our chemistry, and you can see today that it's finally clicking. And throughout the season, you're gonna see more and more goals just like that.
Oh, it feels pretty good, amazing. But obviously not just for me, for the team, because we've literally been um, seeking for this W, and it's finally here.
Or maybe just one for you as well. Obviously, these two offer you a great deal of directness, dribbling directly and taking those one-on-ones against the opposition. Just in terms of how it factors into sort of the build-up play and building kind of back, what do these two offer you?
Well, they offer many different things. They're different, obviously. Esther, I mean, you saw the finishing quality and that we know she has. She scored another goal the last game as well. That wasn't counted. That was onside. But yeah, I mean, she gives us that presence back to goal when we're in trouble, when we need to play direct. She's there to secure the ball for us, but she can also run in behind and take players on 1v1. With Nikki, I thought Nikki did so much off the ball, won so many duels, got her foot on so many balls today. So she was impactful both ways, defensively and offensively. So yeah, two exciting players, and I'm really happy to have them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the win as the first ever win for the team. I wanted to ask you, Marco. The first two games we saw a very consistent lineup, and then we switched up. This came from that result, or just continued forward?
No, we believe in all our players. There was always going to be rotations because we played Sunday, Thursday, and we traveled. So there was always going to be changes regardless of the score on Sunday. This was, new players came in. They performed really well. I thought Croy and Ashley played well. Kaylee was impactful again as a starter. So yeah, I mean, it worked out, but it's not. We didn't change the lineups because of the loss. I really believe in our roster. I think there's so much depth, and anyone that steps on will be more than good enough to get the result.
Yeah, Coach. Three-part question. The right three people at the and the beginning of the game, the spacing didn't seem like it was in sync. So this question is for you. What were you feeling in the early part of the game?
Are you talking about defensively or offensively?
Defense was always A1.
Okay.
Defense, but offensively, the spacing, the other team seemed to have the better position of play. To the goal scorer, as a scorer myself, how were you feeling that early when the team had the better in possession? Were you feeling it? Did you feel it was going to come in sooner or later? And to the other way, good work, and I think we have to credit you as that third part of the question for doing all that hard work in the midfield. So, Coach, were you having a little problem in the beginning when the spacing didn't seem like it was there early?
Well, offensively, we saw different pictures than we did in the first two games because they stepped a little higher on our goal kicks, and generally they pressed us a little bit higher. So the spaces that we needed to attack were a little different than in the first two games. I thought we did a pretty good job of sometimes skipping the midfield and going into our front two because our formation was slightly different than it was in the first two games. We played a 3-5-2 versus a 3-4-3, and I thought offensively it was pretty good. I thought we used the spaces that we needed to use. I thought the problem was more on the defensive side of the ball, if I'm honest. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I knew eventually like we're gonna score goals, especially because me and Nikki, we had like a couple of times where we connected, and I just knew it was like a matter of time, and we're gonna find the back of the net.
Obviously, it's a credit to my teammates being around me, telling me to go, and yeah, just giving my 100% and whatever I could do to get on the ball, I'll get on the ball and try to help my team go forward.
Obviously, this was the first time you played at Calgary Stadium, so I wanted to ask you guys, what was the perspective like coming from BMO to Ottawa now to this stadium? What was the perspective like?
Obviously, the stadium, like crowd wise, is much smaller, but nonetheless, like our fans came out and supported us. Obviously, we played on turf last week, and this turf was kind of different too. And like it was raining, so the conditions were different. So yeah, it just feels good to be home, and I feel like going forward, we're gonna be really confident here.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.